Hey guys, Rick at Healing Farm. So if you guys have followed us for a while, you would know we put up a greenhouse that we had got off Amazon. I think it was one of those like $100 jobs, and just a cheap pipe frame with the covering, and we reinforced it when we had put it up, because we had read the reviews and certain things went wrong with it. And by the end of the season, the cover had pretty much blown right off and everything. So we ended up repurposing the frame for hay storage over the winter. So we had moved the frame and then just tarped it to keep hay underneath. And it gave out, it collapsed, and it broke. And you can see here, like it's pretty much done. And it like completely bent and broke and snapped and everything else. So it is at this point no longer usable. And so we're building a new greenhouse, and it's not as big as this one. I think this one was 7 by 20 feet or 10 by 20 feet, something to that effect. But I mean, it was $100. It got us through our first year, and you live and learn. We did what we could. It a very flawed design. Yeah, the way the ribs aren't one piece, and then that makes it obviously easier to twist and bend and everything else. So we are building one ourselves out of some materials that we have salvaged from other projects here on the farm. So get to the front of the house, I'll show you what we're working on. And we pretty much use all lumber that we had laying around. We repurposed some of the chicken run wood because we took that down, and then we got creative with the ribs, and not 100% sure it'll work, but we're gonna find out. So this is what we're working on, and it's gonna cost us almost nothing once it's said and done, because again, most of the wood is just stuff we had laying around, and I cut it up, and we had a couple extra boards from other projects that we had never used. So, and then we had some 1-inch piping left over from when we put our well in, and then our neighbor also had some, and he gifted it to us because he wasn't going to use it for anything. So it's pretty durable, and it's all one piece. So I don't think we're going to have that same issue with it collapsing. We are going to build a little wall and a doorway, and we'll run a ridge right across the top here, and then that will help hold everything. So we started this 2 days ago, and then we got about 4 inches of snow yesterday. So that kind of put a damper on things. It was quite frigid this morning. So we're probably not going to get back to it towards the end of the week. And then we do have a big storm coming Saturday with about 1 foot of snow. So probably wait till after that storm passes before we put the plastic on. But it's lightweight enough that we'll be able to move it to where we want it. It's obviously not going to stay here, but I think I'm going to keep it close to the house, and we'll get some cold weather stuff started, and that'll be the focus of this greenhouse. We'll start some plants, and then if it works, we'll probably build some bigger ones. But again, like, this cost me next to nothing, and even if I had gone and bought all this stuff new, it still cost me less than $100 really. So we just used the pipe strapping, plumbing strapping to secure them, and I'm going to add more, but I just wanted to get the ribs up. And then we cut them a little long because you can see it's not 100% even up top, so some are lower, some are higher. Not the easiest thing to cut to length when it's curved, so we got it as close as we can, and then you know, we can slide it down as we need in the strapping to adjust it how we need it. So, and then once the ridge is there, we'll attach it all up to the ridge, and then we have some plastic that we'll throw on. So but even if you bought a roll of the plastic 1-inch pipe, it runs about 40 bucks, not horribly expensive. All this wood is cedar we got at the local mill. That's a couple dollars a board. It's really inexpensive, and it'll last a long time. So, and then the plastic, we know we need 6 mil. We're just going to throw 4 mil on it for now and see how it does, and then we'll probably change it out down the road. But we want to get some plants started, and we can't do that unless it's covered. So we're going to use what we already got, and then we'll go from there. So hopefully I'll get this mostly wrapped up Friday, and then I'll share the progress with you in the next video or two, and we'll see where we're at and how it's working out. So, but just want to share that with you guys. You know, if you're thinking about building a cheap, inexpensive greenhouse, this is definitely an option. You know, it's not huge. It's only like 7 foot by 8 foot, so it's quite a bit smaller than the one we had. But like I said, if it works, we'll build more and see how it holds up to the weather. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.